Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. I'm going to show you a project made with the new Thinlit label card dies from Stampin' Up, and these include this piece here, which makes the easiest flip card you've ever made, and all of these items in here, which are going to cut lots and lots of shapes that you can use on your projects. And you have the positive images and also the negative shapes to use. So they're really great value. Okay, I'm going to make a card today using Wetlands. I've only got this card in my head at the moment, so we'll see how it goes as we go along. I'm going to start off with a piece of Pool Party, and this is half a piece of A4. And as you can see, this card will the die will fit perfectly onto that card. So bringing in my big shot, I'm going to lay that on, and I'm using my magnetic plate today, which does make it a breeze, and I'm just going to wind that through. You know when you get cracking and popping sounds with your big shot? That's quite normal. You haven't broken it. Okay. And I'll just take this to one side. So this is what you get when you actually pop out your card shape. You get this sort of shape, and I don't know whether you can see very well on the video, but there are score lines down the sides there. And what you do is you just basically fold along those score lines. Okay, and what I tend to do is to fold it in both directions. That gives a nice crisp fold, and that way too. And there you go. How easy was that? Now, I have taught flip cards in a much more difficult way than that. But this is going to make you want to make flip cards all the time rather than avoid them like the plague. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of stamping now. And I'm going to start off, as I say, I'm going to use Wetlands, and love this stamp set. You really don't need to do very much with this. The stamps do so much for you. I'm going to use soft suede ink. I seem to be using quite a lot of this on my projects recently. I do like soft suede. And I'm going to start off with this bird image. And I'm going to stamp him right down here in the corner, just making sure I'm getting enough room to have his beak on there. There you go. So you just don't need to do anything more, do you? It's just lovely. Okay. But, you know, more is more when you're stamping, I always think. So, I'm now going to use this one here, which is the grass image, and that block is not quite big enough. You should always, I have got a medium-sized block which has gone for a little walk. Is it just here? Nope. Lost my medium-sized block at the moment. Do make sure you use blocks big enough for your stamps. If I'd done that, you could have easily missed some of the edge bits. And look, I'm just going to put those just down there and a couple more down at the bottom. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and on here, I'm going to use the little reflection ones. Now, because I don't tend to put labels on the backs of my stamps because I find they stick a lot better, I do, if it's not obvious, I do tend to put an arrow so I know which way up this is going to go. And I'm going to put this on a piece of very vanilla and then cut it out afterwards with the framelit. So let's pop that on. Just going across there. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm going to take some Pool Party ink and a dauber. And just add a bit of colour. Now I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to take the matching framelit that comes in the set. Makes that label shape, and I'm going to cut out some of that image. I was a little bit heavy on the, it's reflecting so you can't see at the moment I don't think. I was a little bit heavy on handed with the ink there, so I'm going to move it off to one side. Don't you love that there's always a way around it with Stampin' Up? We never have problems, we only ever have embellishment opportunities. So I have cut that little piece off, which was a bit heavy. Doesn't that look cute? And I'm going to pop that onto the frame, and it just leaves a little outline around the edge. I don't know how closely you can see that. There we go. So you can actually see there's a little outline there, like a little frame on it. And a little bit of glue. This is going on the front. And I want to put a greeting on the back. I'm going to use again one of the greetings. These are so useful. These fit into the oval punches, which is great. So I'm going to use the birthday greetings, I think, on this one. Got some birthdays coming up. So I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to do that with the soft suede. I'll punch that with the oval punch. And then a little piece of soft suede. Cardstock, which I have out in my craft room somewhere. Here it is. You can tell this was only in my head and not at all prepared, because I haven't got anything ready. And the scallop oval is going to fit just fine. And we're going to pop that just on the flip side there. There you go. And that's how easy it can be. We could do some daubing around the edge, and we could make it a bit prettier with some other elements, so we could put some ribbon on. But honestly, that's how quick and easy it is to make a flip card that is really going to make the person who receives it go ooh. And just in case you were wondering, does this fit into a standard size envelope? Here we go. Here is vanilla Stampin' Up envelope, and it fits perfectly. So enjoy making flip cards with the new Thinlit dies. If you haven't ordered yours, you can do so online. Just click shop now, or contact me if you would like to place an order. Thanks for coming to Elizabeth's Craft Room today, and I look forward to seeing you soon.